Hello. I think we're live. I'm hoping we're live. I think this music's too loud. I'm gonna turn it down a bit. It says that we're live. We are live. Hi, chat. As you can see, I already set up something up so then we can just go to watching. I feel like I have to explain myself. Why I disappeared after I said I was gonna do YouTube for, a little bit more professionally. Now listen. I have like I said everyone. I now have an iPad. I should be drawing. And here's the thing. I have been drawing like crazy. You do not want to see what's in, the exit in the gallery. I have a lot of things there that I can't wait to show you guys. Some things are just random doodles where I'm just like, I just want to. But other things are a little bit more top secret. I'm so sorry. And, I just want to show you guys, On the side, I am still trying to figure out, I'm not sure if I want to do a webcam. I realize I haven't face revealed on this specific channel. If you follow me from TikTok, you have seen my face. If you follow me from Twitter, you have seen my face. If you follow me from Instagram, you may have seen my face once in one post. But if you're close friends with me, you know I have like an IRL account and you have seen me there. But as I was saying, I was planning to go live a week after because I have a very same schedule. Only for circumstances in my life preventing me from going live. I wouldn't be able to go live without having a quiet atmosphere. I feel like if you're coming from Twitter, I think I talked about it. That, hey, I can do it now. That's the reason. Some things in my personal life happened and I couldn't be able to stream. In fact, I'm gonna make sure on Twitter that I'm going live. Okay, I just posted. I'm out here wondering if it is too loud or not. But we'll see. So yes, I've been a little bit MIA since the last time. The last time we've been here, I think we were just designing the superheroes. Like something like right here. Very blurry, I know. But like we were working on those, but like for the New York team, it was like Jillian and Grace and all that, I think. Because I remember I was trying to figure out how to do that triad, if you will. But I was trying to work and I couldn't figure it out, but I figured it out. Since then, I have been on a roll with the designs. I have been doing some designs that are not the superheroes. I've been doing a little bit of more of Immortal Bastard designs. Mostly because the Immortal Bastards hold a very, they hold a special place in my heart. So, there's that. But another thing that I really wanted to do is that, I don't know, sorry, I had to like double check that my audio was working well. It is. Okay, so I have been going through it, trying to figuring out how it works. And I finally realized that I do need to figure out some of these characters from West Orange. Sorry, again. For West Orange, I need to figure out if I knew what I wanted to do or not. And as we know, it's Emily and Dylan, right? We have Esperanza, we have Jock, Obar, and Rowena's dad. That's what we didn't see, but that's what I've done. And Obar's boyfriend, as long as with Jock's situationship. Daniel, I realized for Esperanza's original plot, there was a time-traveling boyfriend. It's why she exists. She's a paradox. Ooh, we're getting into the lore. Okay. I need to figure out how I'm gonna draw this. So basically, our plan for today in this stream is I want to draw her from her 1960s getup, and I'm making sure I'm on the right layer. Yes. And then her 2019 getup. So she will be a senior at this point, and then her hero aesthetic. Now, there is a difference between her hero aesthetic in the 1960s and her hero aesthetic or suit. Here, this is her suit. I just wanted to remind myself that's how it looks like and not do it. I actually did something sad. Which one is it? I think Gracie Abrams, like, I love you, I'm sorry. I heard that song, I drew something, had it on repeat. Oops, you know my characters are dealing with something when I listen to sad music. But I did it. And I drew it, and then afterwards I redesigned Oliver, which is then finally I gave him a name. Time Travel OC. There's a lot more lore, but let's get into it. So, yes, the plan is I need something for her 1960s, the 2019, and her hero work. Because 2019 is when the story really takes place, like where everything starts to fall apart. Like, not 2019, but like 2015 is when Emily wakes up in this new, that's the year it should be, when she wakes up and the universe comes back after the merge. And if people don't know what I'm talking about, I am so sorry. Probably check out my last live stream. But like, you know, TDR, this is a superhero universe. I'm not sure if I want it as a book. I'm not sure if I want it as a comic book or an animated show. I have been trying to figure out, I think I want it in a visual and a written kind of sense of media. So that's what I'm working on, in case people were a little bit confused. But yes, there is this one main superhero named Emily. She is going through something, accidentally causes the end of the world, you know, as one does when you're my character. And in order to do that, she causes a merge of different universes because she thinks it will help her for not becoming evil and destroying the world. And then that's when the story first opens up. We can get Emily when she's 14. No longer when she's 30, but she's 14 now. With no knowledge of the previous universe. There's a batch of characters that are from the original timeline. And then there's a batch of characters who have just joined this new timeline through the merge. And have no idea what's happening. There's a couple of characters who have retained their memories through the merge. Those are characters who are really powerful, like Solana, who, if you heard that name before through a sketchbook tour, you'll understand where she came from. She's now part of this universe. And she is a sun deity, so she remembers it. Scotty remembers it because she is also a long-time immortal. And then some other people will start getting fractures of memories of these previous memories. So there's that. Some people exist in a universe that is very much like our own. Our timeline's very much like our own. Just a little place to the left because, of course, they're still superheroes. But very much still it. There's few characters who are from different times, which is what this is. I started with Oliver because I realized I have a time travel OC, and I need to know how he looked like in the 1960s, even though he is not from the 1960s. That boy's from 2160. A couple years later. Not too bad. Why would anyone think it's too bad? But yes, I need to change this to a mechanical pencil. But yes, this character, I had to figure that out. Jacques and Daniel, who are half French, half, in Jacques' case, Mexican, and Daniel's case, Asian. I still need to decide. I think he's Korean. He was just white. He's just a white man. But then when I was drawing him, I was like, no, I don't think so. I really don't think so. But yeah, that's really it. I was just like, I don't think he is 100% white, you know? But they're from the 1920s, so I need to figure out how they look like in the 1920s, especially when it comes more of a spy aesthetic. Then I need to figure out their casual aesthetic in the 2019, because everywhere I draw my characters is this when everyone starts. And then I'm like, but no, I need to figure out how they are when the story actually like picks up its pace for my own benefit. And then afterwards, I'm like trying to figure out like how I want to draw this. And then I did draw Continue, and then I was like, I need to do Esperanza because she's from the 1960s and I'm doing this. Ibarra, I don't really have to do. She's like from the 90s maybe? At most. Early 2090s. So I might have to do this alongside with her boyfriend, whose name is escaping me right now. Not in a bad way. It's just, more of his purpose is just that he is dating, not Esperanza. Oh my god, Ibarra. And I love them. Don't get me wrong. I do. But another thing is, I'm sorry. My music stopped. Oh no, it was just transition. I have to make sure that I'm not getting a phone call. But yes, so I probably have to do Ibarra. And I'm definitely doing Rowena, because Rowena's original timeline is actually, hear me out guys, her original timeline is, what is it called? Like, medieval, high fantasy kind of style. And I can't do that right now. That one's going to take a lot more. Another thing that's been really helping me is that I actually have been doing, what's it called? Color palettes. I know. It's like a thing they tell you where it's like, you should do color palettes, and everyone's like, no. And then now you're just like, actually, they kind of had a point. So yes. I also have some water here. I have a snack. So we're good to go for a long time. I actually just came back from work. I know, shocking. I'm always working. It's a problem, but not really, because I've been in this month. What has happened, like in my academic life, like I said, I graduated. I have my diploma now. That came in. That was super exciting. But like besides my diploma coming, academic wise, nothing. I still have to go and pick up my gown and cap and all that fun stuff. But that's until next month. So I'm still waiting for that. But another thing that's really, I've been to some concerts lately. Some concerts that I couldn't go to because I got canceled. Sad. But you know what? We do whatever we can, chat. We do whatever we can. Yeah, I didn't do my Disney Bound this month. Again, personal things have happened that really just took a lot of my energy out. I didn't want to. I last streamed was on the 13th. Crazy. That's crazy. So much things have happened since then. I went to a concert just to do VIP, and then I left because I was so tired from work. I didn't want to do it. February, I did a lot of work. I went to Knott's Berry Farm with my siblings. That was fun. I went to Tate McRae's album release party here in California, in LA. Oh, I hate that I called it LA. I know it's not LA. For me, okay, chat, in case you don't know, for me, LA is like the actual city, like downtown. Anything south, I do not count it LA. I'm just like, nah, that's just, I start calling it by the cities. I was like, no, I don't think so. But I think that's just because of how I grew up. And I grew up going a lot to like Watts and Compton around the weekends. So for me, that's why. But yeah, I went there. It was pretty chill. I didn't actually see her on stage because I got so caught up doing the freebies. But you know, that's how it is. And then, you know, we're here in March. I have signed up for an internship, so I might do full-time remote in the fall if I get it. I have a couple concerts. I just went to see MXM Tune. Had VIP for that. Gonna have some more concerts. And then in 2 weeks, I do have a writers conference that I'm going in LA. That's exciting because that's actually to do with what I'm actually graduated. I might actually meet some publicists, some authors, presses. It's fun. I can't wait. But honestly, that's really what has happened. I haven't, like, content-wise, I haven't really done much. I haven't even posted on my, like, I've been posting on Twitter, but not, like, content that, I should be posting. It's just more like, here's what's happening in my life, guys. But no, I haven't even touched my books. And here's the thing. It's not my fault. I just am in the concept of, like, I think because I'm in this time where I'm always want to change things. Because I'm always learning. Especially with my job. And I get a bunch of, my current job. Because work at a coffee shop. I get to experience people all the time. Come into my work. So I can see how, people go and how the real life works and how people are different in their emotions. Normal things you observe as you work at a coffee shop. But, it's one thing my professor always said. You always have to observe everyone. Because you might find something you want to write about. And you know what? They were right. In a non-creepy way, they were right. So yeah, I feel like, is this how Esperanza looks? No, I gave her a shorter torso and longer legs. This is not long enough legs. But to be fair, in the 1960s, when I'm taking her, she is 14. That doesn't change how short your legs are. Don't do this, chat. But I do a little cheating thing where I'm just like... Yes. Then we move her up. And then we lasso again. Then we do this again. I feel like that's... Yeah, there we go. I feel like a picture. To be fair, I feel like I draw everyone like that, so maybe it's my problem. Yeah, but here's the 1960s. Okay. I want to give her, like, that shy thing. In the 1960s, she was diabolical. I don't know why I'm trying to give her, like, the shy aesthetic. When that girl, it was very much dealing in blackmail throughout the school. It's kind of crazy, but she did. I'm not blaming anyone, but you know what? We support girls' rights and wrongs. Gaslight, gatekeep, girl boss, as she does. But yeah, now in 2019. Okay, so in 2019, she's a senior, and the only people really in school at that time is Emily and Dylan. Because the other characters from the original timeline are in New Haven. They're not East Haven? New Haven? I forget how they're called. It's been a long time, chat. I have been mostly on the Immortal Bastards kick and grind. But I can't do anything with those. I mean, technically I could. They're not copyrighted characters. They're my own characters. It's just, there's no story. There's no cohesiveness. And this is actually a story. And I feel like when I draw with you guys, I actually am productive. I actually get to get things done. It also helps when I talk out loud. Because sometimes the ideas just bounce around. But yeah. That is the 1960s. What I've been doing, basically, is that I have been drawing them out, and then in red or blue, it really alternates. In red, I start doing, like, the basics, like their bodies, and then in blue, I add, like, the facial expressions and their clothes, and then last time I do, the final line art, and I do their clothes. I mean, the coloring. Well, the clothing as well. But that's really it. Okay. 2019. She's a senior. At this point, Dylan and Emily are together. Or maybe they're not. Maybe I'll drag it out. That's the thing. And people need to stop. I feel like I am such, like, an angst writer. I like drawing angst. I like writing angst. It is a problem, especially because I love, like, reading comfort. I love reading comfort. It is my favorite thing. I love reading like fluff and all that. But for some reason, my favorite thing to draw and write is eggs. But no, I feel like by they're 18 or 17 technically, because I need to remember when I put their specific birth dates, because you know how the school year is. By 18, they should be. They should be together. Because that's when everything takes place. Yeah. So at this point in 2019, Esperanza is starting to like get the fractured memories back. Not really. Not in the way you think. She's just getting dreams and nightmares, or she keeps on getting called to like 1960s inspired stuff. She has no idea why. She thinks she's going crazy. She's not. It's my fault. But that's when she comes to Jock, because Jock's still stuck around like Rowena. Abar's the only one who leaves West Orange. I won't say why. So that when I finally... Because I've written out why. I wrote out a short piece. It was for a class. Where I had to like alternate between the plural first person, which is like the we, and then use the normal first person, the singular. So... my teacher knows why, even though he has no idea what's happening. But yeah, so Abara's not gonna be here. But I feel like she will go to Jock and to be like, hey, because her and Jock are actually good friends. Because I realized I do write them together a lot, and I write their interactions a lot. But she's like, hey, I'm having nightmares. I'm having dreams where, like, the nightmares are people burning, right? And she doesn't think it's her powers because, like, she's like, I have such good control of my powers. I know there was something that happened to me in the past because I do keep that aspect in this new universe. But she's like, I made peace with that. That should not be the thing that's bothering me. But, like, it's like, but something's different. And they're trying to figure it out. And she's like, yeah, and I keep on seeing this guy everywhere. Oliver, by the way. He's like, but I keep seeing this guy everywhere. Like, he's starting to show up at my work, but he's not making any contact. They're this close to calling the police. Jock says they should call the police. Esperanza's like, well, I don't know. He hasn't really done anything. So, like, maybe he doesn't mean it. You know, maybe he's, like, actually, like, a nice person. And everyone's like, no, honey. No, he's not. Like, if he's at your workplace, which is a 1960s themed diner, I don't think he's trying to be nice. But, you know, so she's very paranoid right now. But like, you know, she thinks, she finds Oliver cute. Oh, God. The red flags. And the thing is, if we were doing Oliver, I'll explain this. Oliver has all his memories. He has retained all of his memories. He knows what has happened. Because there was an issue. Like, I know what happens to Esperanza when the merge originally happens. I have written it because it's also the argument between Esperanza and Oliver. And I would call that their breakup if they actually were able to break up before the merge happened. Then the merge happened. And Esperanza didn't know because she woke up in a whole different place than Oliver did. And Oliver knew what happened. So basically, from Oliver's point of view, he has spent this last 3 or 4 years trying to track down Esperanza because they fought. And he wanted to explain everything because she is technically a paradox. Not in this universe, but in the original. He did bring her... It was crazy. He did bring her to the future. And that's where the fight happened. I had that he was holding on to her because they weren't physically fighting. They were verbally fighting, you know, about the truth and how Esperanza was a paradox, but let's not talk about that. And he was holding on to her, begging her not to leave. Their trope is right person, wrong time. Quite literally the wrong time. And you know what? It's fine. We don't need to talk about that. But, yeah. So Esmeralda's like, he's kind of cute. I'm making sure looks all the same. And everyone's like, no. No, honey. No. And the thing is, they do meet. They do meet because he has some powers, right? He has time traveling powers. But he has, what's it called? He has, like, inventions from the future that he uses. That way he can pretend to be, like, a superhero, but he's not. Because he's not. I just realized. Is this even? No. See, that goes, but then that doesn't work out. Now why is that? She is... I'm, like, basing off head shape. There we go. Yeah. And, there you go. They meet as superheroes, or, like, in her superhero form. And they meet. But, like, as the story progresses, I'll just say, and this is all I'm gonna say, I keep saying that, and then I keep going. I love my characters. All I'm gonna say is that she finds the truth. Her memories start cracking. She starts to remember. She remembers why they had that argument. I mean, again, not at all. Like, it shouldn't affect her in this universe. Because she's not a paradox here. But, like, she's just too hateful. And then she's like, and you didn't come and rescue me. Girl, he was trying. You try to find an individual on Earth with superpowers on a place that has a bunch of people with superpowers. You guys were on opposite sides of the continent. Leave him alone. I hated Oliver. And then, like, the more I started working on him, I was like, actually, I understand him. Because I would too. Which is not a good sign. But I love them, Your Honor. You don't understand. Because they're so tragic. I love them. Okay? But, like, yeah, so she's going through it. I just find it funny because, like, there's so many, like, different tropes within, like, the love interest of my characters. I was trying to write it down the other day because I was so intrigued. I was like, wow, this is so funny. Obviously, with Dylan and Emily, we have, like, I will find you no matter in what universe, blah, blah, blah. Doom, like, lovers, soulmates, again and again and again, you know. And I love them for that because they're so cute. And then Esperanza and Oliver, like, right person, wrong time, because... Okay, I keep saying that and people just think it's just because of the wrong time period. I will say one thing. Oliver was dating someone else in the 1960s. And then my boy wanted to relive their first day they have ever met. So he time traveled back to the first day he ever met his original girlfriend. However, by doing that, he has accidentally caused a paradox. Not like, oh, he saw another version of himself. No. What happened is that Esperanza was created. And Esperanza kind of put it, like, you know, a wrench in his plans. Because in a way, she's, like, taking over the spot that he was supposed to be in the school. And, like, yada yada. And then, like, the girl he originally dated is now dating someone else when he finally time travels back. So he's a little confused. So he doesn't like Esperanza at the very beginning because of this. And Esperanza doesn't know. And Esperanza actually likes him. Like how it is when she first sees him in this new universe. She's like, oh, he's cute. Oh, he's really nice. He's smart. He's funny. Meanwhile, Oliver's just like, yeah, your best friend, I was supposed to originally date her, but you know what? I'm not going to say anything. So they're kind of like third wheeling the new couple. So it's just Esperanza and Oliver together. But he kind of like grows to like her. And he knows that she's a superhero. Because superhero identities are more prevalent in the 1960s in their universe. I say 1960s, but really, it is not the 1960s. It's just that aesthetic throughout the universe. I just say 1960s, just to... I mean, it is. But it's like present time for them. I love them. And then, it's just... And then they actually start dating, and he falls out of love of the original girl, because he, in his view, he's like, he has let go, and he has grown to accustomed to, you know, what he has now. And you think that'll be fine. The problem is, he then takes her. I don't like this. Sorry. He then takes her to the future. Tries to explain to her. Because for some reason, Esperanza is still not showing up in the future articles. She's nowhere in the database. There's nothing about her. There's no records of her civilian form. There is no records of her hero form. There is nothing. And everyone's confused. Why is she not appearing? No idea. Maybe because she's a paradox. That's what everyone concluded. That's what I'm concluding. I'll figure out the actual reason. So, in Oliver's mind, he can bring her to the future and nothing will happen. Because in his mind, so far, in the 1 year that he has spent in the past, which already, why would you do that if you're a time traveler? But regardless, there has been no, like, just nothing. Like, nothing of Esperanza showing up in the 2160. So, he is just, you know, trying to figure it out. Nothing's happening. But, you know, Esperanza figures out one time, and it's like, oh, so I wasn't supposed to exist, and that's their argument. Really. So basically what happens is Esperanza likes him first. Oliver's trying to get over this timeline that didn't exist of him with this original girl. I have to name her. I don't like this head. And then Esperanza figures out, and then she doesn't like him when she figures it out. But at that point, Oliver's in love with her. So they need to figure something out. And that's the thing. It's the same thing. It's doomed to repeat here when he finally finds Esperanza, because she doesn't know who he is. And she's starting to like him, but then she's going to get her memories back, and they're in the same spot. I don't like this. I don't know why. I just don't like how that turned out. I'm going to redo it. There's something off about it. I feel like everything was off of proportion. Okay, let's do this one last time. Yeah, oh my god, my wrist hurts. And that's saying something, because I didn't even, like, make the drinks today at work. I was just handing them off. Probably because I was drawing yesterday. And I didn't warm up. Instead, I was out here trying to get all the pictures for the live stream. And then I didn't warm up. Okay. But yeah. And then Obara and Kazuki is just like, I don't know, grumpy sunshine. Goth nerd. You know? And they're so cute. So I feel like I win in that. And they are the only ones who are winning. There is no sadness. Like, the only sadness is just Obara realized some, like, pieces of personality are missing from her boyfriend because of their original universe. But that's it, really. He's kind of like the same thing. He gains powers, by the way. Spoiler alert. Obara's boyfriend gets powers, which we... Again, you guys didn't see because it was the other... I keep on thinking... Because I used the same setup for all the superhero lineup. And I was just like, yeah, you guys seen it. I'm like, no. We were working on, like, Grace and, like, Jillian, Ada, all those people. I keep on forgetting. Yeah. If anyone knows how to do, like, dolls, or make clothing, hit me up. I'm like intrigued to make, you know, like those people who make like their own Monster High dolls. I want to do that, but with my characters, just because I think it will look so cool. And then I think about the materials and the cost, and then I'm like, yeah, no, it's not that cool. I'm fine with my drawings that just cost me my pencil, my paper, and my electricity, because I need to charge this iPad. I don't pay electricity. I don't know why I said that. But yeah. Oh yeah, I forgot. The other thing that has changed since the last time I did this, we got a new president. I'm not going to talk about him, because it just makes me angry, but I forgot about that, because I was thinking about something. I was like, moved in with my parents, I don't have to pay as much, and then I'm like, what else? And I'm like, oh yeah, that thing. That thing happened. Kind of forgot. Like, I have blocked it out of my memory. I'm just moving. I wish I could move. That way I can have, like, my own space, and maybe I can do, like, a webcam. Because I don't mind having my face on this channel anymore. But yeah, I am planning to do, like, an official YouTube video with a lot more of the superhero sketches that I have been doing. Maybe you'll see Oliver's. Maybe you'll see, Jock's, Daniel's. Those are the only ones I've really done right now. But you can see, like, maybe, like, the other, like, rough sketches I've done of their hero designs. By the way, in those, like, lineup, I don't have, like, certain people. So, first of all, Oliver's not on there. So, I still need to do, for those types of lineup, I need to do Oliver, and I need to do, Willow. I have to do Liam. Oh my god, what's that other person's name? But, like, the civilians, because I feel like the only civilian who made it in for some reason is, oh my god, I'm forgetting her name, because she's a civilian. But she's Harl's best friend. God. But yeah, I forgot. Also, TikTok went down, didn't it? Or was that already after? I don't remember. Why can't I draw? I think I'm just gonna do another pose, because I also hate this. I feel like it's all lopsided, and I don't know why. I'm just gonna pick another pose to draw. I can do this. I don't know why, but I just can't. Okay, what's another pose? Because I want to show off her suit. I really do want to show off her suit. But I also want to show off her powers. Ooh, that would be... I'm on Pinterest on my computer, by the way. I would do it on here, but I'm scared that it's gonna show up. And I've been on a House of the Dragon kind of like. That's another thing that's been going through my brain. House of the Dragon. I have an OC for that. It doesn't fix anything, but just know that they're there. I just wanted something for my characters. Because a lot of the good poses, I think that will convey her, like, personality are, like, back poses. And then I'm like, I don't want to show the back. I want to show, like, her costume design. Guys, please. Or, like, they're crossing a lot, like, over. And I don't want to cross over her midsection, because that's where a good portion of her character design comes from. She has the, what's it called? The rib cage. It is an homage to her original design all those years ago that I just realized it didn't work. I might just make that her original design, her actual superhero suit in the 1960s. Very impractical, so maybe not. But, you know, who knows? That is a razor. Okay. I'm actually going to take a sip because I am thirsty. I know I said have water. I don't have water. I have a nice chai. Which is bad. I need water, not tea, but you know what? It is my live stream, and it's my life. If I want to stay awake, I'm gonna have tea. And I only been live 30 minutes. I keep on forgetting, because I watch, like, Foolish Gamers on Twitch. Not as much anymore. Mostly because I've just been so busy with adulting. But, like, back then when I could, watch like streamers all the time. Foolish 8 hours. And it helped me a lot. Just like, I just put him as a background noise and then I'll just do my own things. But then I'm like, dude, that's like 8 hours. How are you entertaining people for like 8 hours? And that's just like his daily streams. That's not like the one streams that he will do like, oh, for fun. Let's just try to go for 36 hours. Because why? I don't understand why he would do that. It's crazy. I mean, it was crazy, like, now to think about as I'm streaming. But, like, back then, watching it, I was like, yeah, I would love to. I need people to distract me. Which is, like, so crazy. Another thing that I've really been doing, like, I've been watching a lot of Dan and Phil, which is what you're hearing right now. Especially, like, their new video, Puppy Playtime Chapter 4. I watched it all in one sitting. But I love watching it while I'm trying to do art on my own tablet. I just have it in a little pop-up window. It's very nice. It's comforting. It's like that thing, but I can pause it whenever I want. And I don't have to worry about, like, missing anything. Versus, like, with a stream, I couldn't really pause it. It's just, oh my god, that's the end. And then, like, I'll have to just try to figure out until it went on YouTube to figure out what I missed. Which is, like, very horrible. And I realize I'm kind of subjecting y'all to the same thing. But I don't really care. It's just easier this because I realize I hate editing. I really do. I don't know why. It's just, I think because I actually have to, like, sit down, listen to my voice again and again and again. Versus with a live stream, I just have to double check once that my voice is fine. And then I don't have to listen to me. It's just, I can't do that. I hate how I sound. But, you know. That's why I write, guys. But I have like a couple videos I want to do again. Do that superhero recap. And then when I'm not doing the superhero recap, I also want to do like an Immortal Bastards recap. Because the Immortal Bastards, again, I don't know if I really want to do something with them. But I have made a hierarchy of like the power dynamics and everything. And I've been working on character designs for like Immortal Bastards and then like lowercase immortals. Because those are like those characters that were not like the core Immortal Bastards, but like I have to make them immortals because how else would they hang out with the Immortal Bastards? Because the Immortal Bastards have lived so long. So that's something. I can't wait. Okay. I like this post a lot more. I can fix it as I'm gonna do right now because it's way too huge. Okay. Move that here. Okay, and then that's the last tool. That is in my pencil. Okay. Yep. Ooh, I was gonna say something, but I was like, I don't think I'm allowed to say it because it's from work. But like, we haven't gone there. Also, do you like the little image I put at the moment? The little side piece. That is a picture I took from the wheelchair. Because I looked up while we were waiting before we got led into MXM Tunes concert. And then I was like, oh my god, it's like Celestial. And I love Celestial stuff, which is something I put in for the Immortal Bastards. It would be much more, it would be obvious once you see that video. I also realized I probably should draw more from the books I actually want to publish. But I'm also thinking to hold off on the novels until I know what I want to do with the characters. Because I feel like I don't know what to do with the characters, and that is what's causing me to constantly rewrite them. But I'm trying to figure that out. And then once I know what I want, I'm gonna like do their character portfolios, and then I feel like that will help me a lot writing them. But I've been like trying to figure it out. I might do new magic. I have to just finalize their character design, and then it's gonna be a comic. And I actually have to work on that. And I know my hands are already hurting thinking about how to work that. Okay, I will focus on this later. I can fix that. But I think this is a good rough sketch. Okay, then now we go to red. Another thing I know a lot of people have been asking is what happened to the color series. I have their stickers in progress. Not on the way here, but like I've finished the designs I wanted. I just have to make sure I crop them everything the way and they look well. And I'm gonna get some like batches done, and then if they look good, I'll try to sell them. The thing is, I now need to make a website. I feel like I just get so distracted wanting to do stuff that my brain is hyperfixated on that I forget to do the actual things I want to do for my characters. Or like for my own business, basically. But yeah, the colors are there. What's sad is that I have no idea what the colors story is anymore. I've been like trying to figure out what I wanted to do, because like I know the basis, but then like I think about it, and then I don't know what I want to do. I don't know why. Like, I just like, I like this. I like the story. But I feel like we have seen this before. Again and again and again. Sorry, 1960s. How is this hairstyle going? Okay. You know what's also really helping me with the 1960s kind of style and all that? I've been getting a lot of, hi! Hello, welcome to the chat. Okay, I hope you're enjoying it so far. Okay. What am I drawing? I am drawing my character, Esperanza Ramirez. She is from my new superhero comic that I'm working on. So I'm just trying to redesign some things. But also just talking about like stuff in general. Yeah, like I was saying, like a thing that's been really helping me with like 1960s is that on TikTok, I've been getting a lot of like the Peanuts for some reason, like the comic book, comic strips for some reason. And I love their design so much, especially when they're teenagers, because it's like the 60s, 70s. This is kind of like what her original timeline's from. So it really helps just consuming a lot of the art that's on there, because then I'm like, oh yeah, this is what I need for my characters. And it helps. I also like, I feel like a little affinity with this version of Esperanza because I miss her. Like that was like, I think before I started taking art like really seriously. Hello, hi. I'm so sorry. I don't know how to draw animals. It's something that I've been trying to work on. Yeah, the comic. So, I explained it a little bit more in like my previous live stream, but it's about this main character who can't really control her powers because I love drawing. I love drawing and writing stuff like this. But it's very much just like a main character accidentally causing mergings of multiple universes, because I had a bunch of superheroes characters that but it was just like too many stories all at once, and I didn't know what to draw. It was just getting too much, so I put them all together, and that became kind of like the lore. And now a lot of it is just like which characters can remember the previous of their original timelines and which characters cannot. And it's kind of like a sad thing, but also very like a very interesting dynamic because a lot of these characters are young because I drew them when I was young, so I kind of put them there. But yeah, that's really much what this is like. What the superheroes is. Again, it could change. It has been changing the story, but this is very much kind of like how I want their dynamic to be. Yeah, Espencer's like one of like my treasured ones because I redesigned her back when I was like in COVID. So I was still in high school. And I was, because I had the idea that I wanted her in the 1960s, but I didn't actually ever went and go look for 1960s like designs. So when I finally did, I liked it. And then literally 2 months later, that's when this, like, the first draft of the superheroes was born. And I decided, hey, we'll just have them. It's gonna be a bunch of, like, high schoolers in an a cappella group doing things and becoming superheroes. There was no merging yet. There was no, universes colliding. None of that. Mostly because I also did not like a lot of their origins at that point. But I did like their designs. Then, afterwards, I was just like, wait, but I kind of do like their origin stories. So then I made it, oh, okay, this is just a bunch of characters who merged together. And then that was it. It was just, I think, yeah, it was Dylan, Emily, Esperanza, Obara, and Rowena. It was only 5 characters. And then it wasn't 5 characters anymore. I don't know what happens. I need to stop myself from, like, keep adding more characters. But I have more superheroes that I liked. And I added these things. And it was really fun. Especially because a lot of my characters are very similar. And I realized I can continue drawing more angst. If I do this. I'm trying to remember what pose I put this in. I know I had that, but, like... Okay, that was the... Yes, and then it was right here. Yeah, that's kind of like how it is, but Esperanza is like always so sweet to me because I remember, I hate that. Because of how it happened. Like, every time I draw her 1960s design, it just reminds me of it. Because I'm like, I took some time, like, this is the first time I took care, and, like, I wanted to draw a character. But obviously, things changed, and now it's more set in modern time. Thank you! That's always, like, what I want to do. I always want to write a good story. I want to draw a good story. The problem is, sometimes I am my own biggest critic, so that's why I'm stuck constantly rewriting and reworking things. But hopefully this is the final draft. Yeah, I also been trying to, like, where we do a magma stream. I don't know what that means. This is like my second, actually this is my 3rd ever live stream. So I'm so sorry if I don't know what certain things is. But, like, what is a magma stream? Yes, I do draw traditionally. Sometimes I do the drawings traditionally or the sketches, and then I do the line art on digital, and I color them in that way. Because sometimes I don't have all the colors that I want. And this helps it be easier for me, at least. But for these things, I am drawing digitally. Mostly because I just need the rough sketches, and then from there on I move up. But for a lot of my other videos, it's a digital art wise. It's a lot of traditional sketches, and then I finish it up digitally. I feel like I did this pose before and I didn't understand how to do the hands. I'm like literally doing it in real life, trying to figure out why I can't. I think because it's like, it's perspective. And I can't, I mean, I could do perspective, but like right now, it's like killing me. I'm just gonna leave it there. This is like just the base, so I can fix it later. Yeah, I feel like I need to do this for a lot of my other characters. I know it's gonna be really hard when it comes to Arcadius and Charles because they're a lot of my older characters. And when I mean older characters, I just mean in age range. These are especially because they're older men. And I'm just trying to expand my art style and like being able to draw different ages, because I feel like I was really much just stuck drawing teenagers a lot when I was a teenager, but now that I'm an adult, a lot of my characters have been like aging up alongside me, where I'm like, I don't feel as connected to that teenage era of like people, and like I can't understand it, but at the same time, like I feel like I can't, like, you know, understand why or like the emotions. I remember I used to watch this YouTuber, this art YouTuber. Their name is Oliver Antics. They're another art YouTuber. I love watching them. And I remember that they talked about, because they were revamping something. I think it was their story with their character Andy. And they were like, yeah, they're no longer high schoolers because I don't feel connected. And at that time, I think I just went to college for my first year. And I was like, oh, that's so weird. And I had a lot of characters who were like in middle school or high school. And I was like, yeah, that would never happen to me. And then I realized it had happened to me. I have upgraded, well, like, I've changed the characters' ages. Made them older as I gotten older. Like, Esperanza and Emily's, like, their ages at first were very much middle school. Like, 12, 13. But then, like, I got into high school, and then when I was finishing high school, I was like, no, I think they should be, you know, freshmen. And then, like, Rowena's a senior, everyone else. And then now I'm like, no, I want the story to take place in 2019. They're going to be 17-year-olds. Like, most of they're still, like, the baby of, like, this entire universe. If we're not counting the New Haven people. But, yeah, I was just like, I feel like I need to, like, upgrade a lot of these characters. And it's not just them. I feel like a lot of people, like my fantasy story, which is a novel that I'm trying to work on, but like I just can't figure out how to write it in which perspective, because the main character does have amnesia for like the first book, and it's a very but like I can't write it in first person because then I hate it. And I can't write it in third person because I feel like everything she's just saying is like, oh, I can't remember. So I put it on on like the, back burner for right now. But I'll figure out what to do with it. But like those, first of all, those were set in modern time and they were high school teenagers. And then now they're adults in a high fantasy kingdom, like style era. So, yeah, like, I understand, like, at first, when I was younger, I didn't understand, but now that I'm, like, 22, I was like, yep, oh, no, 21, I'm gonna turn 22, like, I kind of understand, it's like, you kind of want your characters to age up, because you understand problems more, like, I understand adult problems more, you know, like, rent, bills, money, I'm just like, yeah, versus, like, in high school, it's just like, do they like me? To be fair, I still worry about that because I suffer from social anxiety, so. Yeah, but I think it's interesting how much my characters have changed throughout the years. I'm actually thinking of uploading a sketchbook tour sometime soon. Now that I have more storage and I don't have to worry about transferring from my phone to my laptop and then wondering why my video footage got corrupted for the millionth time, I can do it. I don't know if I want to start it from where we were, or because I think that was sketchbook. I just started a new one, so we're on sketchbook 19, and I think the last sketchbook I did was 4 sketchbooks ago, so we're on sketchbook 15, 16. I'm not 100% sure. So, like, I don't know if I should do it, like, right then, or we should just, you know, change it up and start just from my, you know, the most recent one. And the most recent one was, like, sketchbook 18. And that sketchbook was a lot of Inktober prompts that I never finished. And then a lot of Immortal Bastards. Yeah, because I got obsessed with them again, like I said. I had to, like, finish up some designs. But if I finish, I think I can do it. I mean, I have the last sketchbook that I recorded, but I never did it because the footage got corrupted. I have it in my room because half of my sketchbooks, a lot of the older sketchbooks, are currently in a storage unit because I don't have room. So if that's easier, I don't know. I think, well, now we could be like, look at old art, and it could be, because I think I started this channel, like, I think the first sketchbook tour was, like, with my first sketchbook, which was, I don't think I commented a lot on. I think I just, you know, went and was like, yeah. But, like, I feel like now that I'm older, I'm like, I kind of want to talk about it, because I'm like, this was the origin of this character. This was the origin of that character. But, I don't know. But I do want to do, like, I want to focus, or at least showcase a lot of my traditional art again. Because that's how I got a head start on this channel. It's got a head start on just YouTube and art creation in the first place. But I don't know. Yeah, I like doing traditionally. It's just like sometimes you do a lot of traditional artwork and then sometimes you do a lot of digital artwork. And it's funny, like, how I keep on switching ever so often. Like, I'm like, yeah, no. And I'm like, I do a lot of digital, and then I hate how my digital art looks. And then I do a lot of traditional, and then I hate how my traditional art looks. And then I just don't draw for, like, a month, and then I'm like, I miss it, and then go back. Or I just, like, I don't draw, and then I start writing. Like, in some ways, something's being created. I just don't know if I like it. Another thing I really want to start doing, it's like, not only just focus on character designs, but like, I feel like I need to, like, I want to focus on the objects. I feel like, and the backgrounds. Mostly because I just realized her hair's not going to be like that in her hair design. Mostly because I suck at, like, backgrounds. It's like the bane of my existence. I did it once. I'm just going to do that here, and then we'll figure, because her hair is going to be way different in her hero form. I did. Sorry if you can hear my dog barking in the background. He gets like this sometimes. If not, good for you. I'll just suffer hearing my dog barking. But I did my character designs. I did character backgrounds once. In, like, high school, I took an art class, and we had to do, like, a lot of street perspective, 3D perspective, birds perspective, all that sort of stuff. And I remember doing it, and I did just a normal building that we were supposed to do. And then afterwards, I did a character background based on what colors we'll have, because they're in, like, a futuristic kind of style. But I didn't know. I honestly, I, like, liked it, but at the same time, I feel like I didn't do as much as I could have. I feel like I just did the bare minimum. So, I kind of want to do that again, especially because um, two of the cities in this universe are made up. And I want to see if I can, like, pay homages to, like, at least the inspirations that give it to me. Because we have San Francisco and we have New York. Obviously, these are real places in real life. But we also have, New Haven and West Orange. West Orange is taking place in, like, a Seattle kind of stuff, like Pacific Northwest, West Coast, very rainy. And then New Haven's, like, East Coast, like a smaller metropolis kind of area, which does, take place, like, why, they're not as known by the Hero Society. But, like, I feel like I need to design it to see how it works. Because it also depends on why some of these heroes are doing work here. Why are these heroes working here? And especially their power sets. So, like, West Orange is very small. It's, like, a very, like, there's a huge city, but it's, like, a small city. There's, like, enough skyscrapers and all that. But it's enough for, like, a bunch of teenagers to be, like, the main heroes. You know, like, it's not like, oh, this is a big metropolis, like, area with, like, a lot of populations that a bunch of people have to do. Because I know, like, sometimes, like, you watch, like, superhero media, and then you're like, oh, yeah, like, this superhero is causing a lot of destruction. Why they're not getting reprimanded for that? But, you know, I feel like that's why I need to go. Like, some of these people have more destructive powers and some of these people don't. And how does that affect where they're stationed? I'm gonna take a sip of my water, so. Okay. You always need to hydrate. Especially because today I was working at drive-thru, so I was talking a lot. Especially because I also need to remember with these backgrounds, like, how would these characters interact with it? Like, I need to focus on the story, within, like, the high school era of the characters. Because, especially with Esperanza, Emily, Dylan, Jock, Daniel, Obara, Rowena, they're all in high school, when the start of the story, like, with the start of the merge. So, I need to figure out, like, how they're interacting, how big do I want the high school, is it a small high school, is it a big high school? I personally went to a big high school, so that's kind of, like, how I know how high schools look like. Some people that I went to school with have been to, like, smaller high schools, so they have, like, this idea, is it an indoor school, is it an outdoor school? And how will that affect, like, their wardrobe? Like, for me, it was an outdoor school, so when it was raining, everyone wore, well, not really, because it was by a beach. No one really cares, but a lot of people wore, like, a lot of, like, I also hate how this hand looks. I'll fix it later. But a lot of people wore, like, sweaters and all that, hoods, because there was no place to really be safe from the rain. Versus someone that I know went to an indoor school and they were like, yeah, no, we just need an umbrella maximum. And I was like, oh, cool, nice. So that also goes, and I'm like, because this West Coast, like, is the, like, because I was thinking West Orange because, like, you know, the sunset. But I was also thinking, like, is it really near to, like, a coastline? Or is it more, like, inland? Because I feel like in every, like, those, like, kid superheroes, like, shows, there's always a city and then there's, like, a shoreline. And I'm like, interesting. That it would not work for where I'm from. But sure. Okay. I swear, guys, she's not bald. I just don't have the patience right now. Because Esperanza's hair floats when she uses her powers. So I'm just gonna go like this. And it's supposed to look like a flame. It's like an homage. So right now, there you go. Just realized I didn't put her eyes over here. I feel like I should make her more happy, but like, again, Esperanza was a little bit of a menace in her original timeline, so I wouldn't put it past her. Oh, my music stopped. There we go. Yeah, Esperanza's like a little bit of a menace, but is she really? No, not really. Esperanza really is just like, you know, in her original timeline, just gathering gossip, gathering blackmail. Why? I don't know why, but she is. It's like something that she did for some reason. She was like, yeah, I need this. And I'm like, no, you don't need this. But yeah, okay, and then we go again, one more. We do blue. Okay. This is more like the clothing, which is where I need to go. Because originally it had something, but I'm thinking it was in the 1960s, but it was probably like a later time period. So I need to double make sure that I'm giving her clothing that is appropriate to her. Okay, so yeah, for the time period it is in, it was kind of like what I had, but not really. I think much more of a tighter neckline. Then it goes like here. Okay. It's funny because I like, before I redesigned these characters, I did something sad. With like, you know, I drew something sad because of course I did. And then like, now that I've redesigned them, I was like, oh, well now there's like that like whole like sad painting that I did. It's not canon. Because like all their designs are off. Like with Oliver, like I finally figured out how I wanted to look after I drew all the sad things. And it's like, well, why did I do this to myself? I don't know. I just did. Okay, and then of course we have the color tights. Yeah, because I'm pretty sure the design I originally had for Esperanza and her dress was pretty much like other like time period of the 1960s, not the specific. Yeah, because it was very much 1969 or like even like the 1964 when she should be like right here, but that was probably my fault for not really looking carefully. To be fair, all of this could work regardless. It's just my poor planning. Okay, I was like, I can't really see what the shoes are like. But I kind of do want that silhouette, so I might fix something up. And to be fair, it's my universe, so things could look different. Yeah, so basically I should be streaming like every week now. I might do another stream tomorrow, who knows. Really depends if it's still raining. If it's raining, I won't be able to stream because I won't be able to get home from work early enough. If it isn't raining where I live, I should be here for another stream. I really just don't know. But hopefully I can. I really would want to. But next week I have the same schedule. I should be streaming. The only week I'm not sure of is of the 24th because I do have my writers conference that week. So I should be a little bit like I could, but at the same time I won't be able to work on Thursday, Friday, Saturday. So I might be working different hours the earlier the week. But yeah. So I should be able to start streaming more often. I said the last time and then I didn't, but to be fair, those circumstances were out of my like control. Now I should, honestly. And then like when I can't stream, I could probably just be editing videos so then you guys don't have to worry about content. also, if people are curious, so on the side, like I said, I do have my Twitter and my Instagram handles. On my Instagram handles, I think I have my commission page there. It should be on the Ko-Fi. I should probably put my Ko-Fi down there. But my commissions are open if you're ever interested in me drawing something. Like a professional piece, I do have that open. I do just have to say again, I can't draw animals. I know a lot of people like to always ask me, even in my personal life, they're like, oh, you can draw, can you draw my pet? And as much as I want to, I just have to say no, because at this moment my skills just don't have it in me to draw like animals. I wish I could, I can't. And like I keep telling myself I will practice, and then I just don't, because I keep on getting distracted, especially because I'm a recent graduate, so I was more busy, you know, putting more effort in my actual schoolwork. Now I could, it's just I have like a lot on my plate deciding if I should want to put more effort into the story and then like animate it, or put more effort in my novels, because I have like 2 that I really want to get through, but I don't know. Another thing, I know like the flares are more the 70s style, but a thing that I do add to Esperanza's like current design, do give her like a little bit of flair, mostly to just give her like that old school kind of aesthetic. And I kind of do the same thing with Oliver. I kind of give them that flair, just so it's like, oh yeah, like this is an homage to their original design. Like I keep her headband, I keep her pearl, and her color palette stays the same. Her hairstyle stays the same. Except it's not as like, you know how like the 60s have the little like curl at the end, little flip. She doesn't have that in her modern design. But like I keep a lot of things in her design to be like homages to that you know, to that 1960s style. Like I give her Mary Janes to wear, like the styles of loafers, because I'm like, yeah, that's kind of like her style. But also it's just like, that's just how she is. Like there's something old school within her. It's also why she's been called, like she has that urge to sing at a 1960s diner, because that's kind of like what she was doing. So back then it was in the 1960s diners, it was just a diner. But you know, now it is. Okay. And then this is where I have to look at my old art, because I don't remember. Okay. I remember, because if you go on my YouTube channel, there is a speed paint of Esperanza of when I first like redesigned her. And it's just so funny because like even that design is outdated now. That design's like you can look at it and be like, oh well, there's some pieces in here. And I'm like, yeah, but like not really. Like it's like not that outdated, but there's problems with it. And it's like, whoops, my bad. I can never commit to a design, apparently. And these are like, I'm not even like, for the 2019 design, these are like just the clothes that we'll wear more often. I will like, if I ever publish this, it's probably gonna be like different, you know, clothing. I don't want to like keep it all in one. Mostly because I don't like when I do that. And I hate it when cartoons do it. Like, I understand it from, like, a business standpoint why they do it. Because it's just so expensive. But at the same time, no. I just don't want to do that. Okay, now I see what I did wrong. I'm like trying to see like, cause I didn't really like how this hand was like earlier, and then I'm like, oh, now I see what I did wrong. It really does take taking your own hand and put it like in the side, trying to copy and be like, yeah, I can see why I don't like that. I also don't like it because it's just too tiny compared to the rest. This is a little cheat code I do because I just don't want to call it transform. So like I zoom out, and if like see, because in real life your hand should cover your face, or at least a good majority of your face. So now that I see that and then I put it here, it doesn't look as tiny. I only do it with the sketches and not like real like the final line art, because it does get like blurry here on Ibis Paint. Then I don't like how it looks, and I don't want to redraw it on a separate layer, erase it, and put it around. Okay, and then she wears a skirt. Okay. The skirt has to be part of it. I'm sorry. Like, it is such an homage to her original design. But, like, I just shortened it enough to, like, she could still fight. Because before, I just had her in this very long, heavy skirt. And it just wasn't doing her any favors. Like, I'm so sorry that I did that to you. Because you can't fight like that at all. And I just realized I also haven't done her, because she wears like a rib cage over it, because again, it's like an homage to her first ever design, not the design that she has on my YouTube channel, but like her first ever design that she has ever done, which could be found in a sketchbook somewhere. Gonna be honest, I just don't know which one. It's probably in my storage unit. I have to double make sure I know how many lines I'm supposed to do. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. And like that, my hand is starting to cramp up again. I've seen that I've now done, like, what? Is that like an hour and 20? That's crazy. Okay. It's so funny, because when I first started this, it wasn't raining, and then halfway through my stream, it started raining again, or just like, and now the sun is coming out, and I'm like, that's crazy. I'm so thankful that when I came back from work, it was not raining. Because like, I scooter from my workplace and back, and it takes like 20 minutes. It would be kind of crazy if the rain caught me then. It caught me in the morning, and when I arrived at work, I had like my entire face was wet, like drenched. Thankfully, like my clothes and like my hair wasn't, but like my entire face was drenched. It's like if someone like spilled water all over my face. It was crazy. I don't even know how that happened. It just did. I might fix the position, because I think these two need to be lower. And then, okay. I was about to start working on that one. Okay. I think I need to make hers. I think this has to go higher. I was like, something looks off compared to the lineup I did and then the lineup I'm doing right now. Yeah. Another thing that's been really helping me is that I've been watching a lot of redesign videos from like my favorite YouTubers. I just have them in the background as like quiet noise as I work on my own art. But like many other art YouTubers, they have like their own ideas they want to do. And like hearing what they're also struggling and knowing that they've been talking about these characters for like years and they have also just not have like, I don't want to say they haven't done anything, but like they're still working on it. They're still redesigning. It makes me feel a lot better because I'm like, well, if I'm not the only one who's redesigning, obviously there's something that that I'm doing correctly, you know? Or like, I just think maybe it's just as artists, we always want change. And we can never be constant in one thing. Okay. Okay. I'm just like making sure because like, again, on the one in our my YouTube channel, I was gonna say our YouTube channel, chat. Our YouTube channel. When mine is yours. I think I did like stripes on her boots. And I don't think I liked that. Or maybe because it was the lighting effect that I had. I just didn't like it. Oh, I forgot. She needs her mask. This is... Someone pray for me for this one. I need to... Ooh, okay. It doesn't end in her nose. But I do need to put her nose in there. Because it's very skeleton-like. And then I go with this. Okay, she looks kind of crazy, but like, trust me, there's a plan for everything. Also realize I'm like trying to do like last minute fixing of my characters. I'm like, oh, she doesn't look right. I might just fix this off stream because I just don't like how she looks. I don't know why. I am my biggest critic. Then we go like this. Oh, I just realized I didn't add her little like lines on this arm. Oh my god, my arm is killing me. I don't know if it's because I'm drawing this at an angle and it's hurting, but there's something going on with my hand. It hurts. But like, I'm trying to do at least finish the line art with you guys. And then maybe I'll do like the coloring a different day or maybe finish it up after stream. Because my hand is killing me and I don't know why. Okay, and this is when I turn everything down so that I know what I'm drawing. Okay, I'll just do that as the line art. I feel like that is not the angle it's supposed to look. Or maybe it is. You know when you see something, you're just like, that doesn't look right. I think it's this. Or just erase all of it. I don't care. Also, that's not the right color I do for line art. know what I've also been wanting to do? I wanted to draw more of, like, real people. Like, oh my god. I want to draw, like, the small, like, artists, like, musical artists I've been seeing, or, like, going to see live. But then, like, I don't, because, again, the voices to draw my characters are all time consuming, and I just can't. But, like, I've been wanting to, especially because there's one artist. I love her so much. I always try to go see her. I have a picture with her. I have a signed set list. She's so sweet. But, like, I'm like, I want to give her an art piece. And then, like, I forget. And then the concert comes. And then I go. And then I'm like, I, like, tell her. And she's like, it's fine. I'm like, no, it's not fine. You deserve an art piece. Because a lot of her music motivates me. So I was like, I feel like you deserve something as, like, compensation for the pieces that I'm able to churn out because I love your music. I wish I could play it, but I don't think it's DMCA, and I don't want YouTube to come after me. Please, YouTube. I love you. Please don't ban me. Okay. What I love about Ibis Paint is that I can do whatever I want and it keeps it here. The one thing I hate is that I kind of want to show you guys how Oliver looks, but I don't want to, like, pop up my phone. Not even pop up my phone, but, like, leave this and then first of all have to watch an ad to get the rest of the brushes again, or to get an ad as I have to go see. I'm so sorry again for my dog. To be fair, it is not my dog. It is my brother's dog. But, you know, same difference. I mean, technically. Wait, no. Because I was like, I can pull up and I can put it in here. But then I was scared because I'm like, it will be for my camera roll. And it's like from pretty long, like a couple weeks. I think it's just 2 weeks ago. And I was like, there's a lot of pictures of, like, my family in there because of events I went with my sister. And I'm like, oh, it's okay if my face gets shown. Not okay if their face gets shown. So I'm like, okay, never mind. I guess we'll have to just wait and see. Honestly, I might just post them on Instagram. So if you want to see it, it'll be there. Or I could also just... because I might do Art Fight again this July. So far, nothing is a big event is happening in July that's keeping me here. But I might just do it. Who knows? Who knows? Sorry. If you like the music in the background, it's Danville Games. Sorry, Danville Beats on Spotify. And I just got a notification from Phil. So, I like it. It's free to play. It's not copyrighted. And you know, I like it. It's like, I like the vibes. I just have their entire profile playing, so there's some spooky beats in here from when they did their Halloween. So yeah. Hi, hello, welcome. Welcome to the stream. I just was talking about my character. I'm finishing the line art. And I'm thinking after the line art, I might just head out. It really depends. My hand is starting to cramp. But yeah, welcome to the stream. If you have any questions about what I'm drawing, I'm happy to answer them. I forgot this is my final live stream. Not final live stream, like the final line art layer. And I'm like, you know, doing little sketchy lines here, which is fine. It's very much like how my style looks like traditionally. But these are supposed to be like my character sheets. So I'm like, no, I need a little bit more you know, a little bit more fun, a little bit more clean. Especially because, again, I am probably gonna put these up for during Art Fight. If you don't know what Art Fight is, it is a challenge in July where it's on a website and people can choose one or two teams, or you can be a spectator and not do anything. Um, and you post like your own like art, your own characters about like a month before. Just try to get everything there. You could put just art of your own characters, or like people's art of your character. I got some art from other people during that time, but I only put 6 characters up because those were the only 6 I had like full like headshots that looked good. Everyone else, like, I didn't have their color set, so I didn't put them there because I had like no really digital artwork. But yeah, you can put there, and you can also state boundaries like, hey, I don't want this, or hey, they can only be romantic with this other character, and like, etc., etc. I drew a lot of art for a lot of other people because it's like free, right? And you don't always have to expect to getting art back if someone draws you. But if you do that, it's like revenge, right? And you gain points for your team. There's also friendly fire. I did a lot of friendly fire because I didn't know if people were on my same team till after I drawn them, and I was like, whoops, you don't get as much points. It really doesn't matter. It's all just a fun event. I did it for a couple days, and then like after the first week, I got burnt out because I was taking summer classes because I wanted to finish up my degree, and I didn't do it. It got really popular on TikTok, so a lot of people were doing like big attacks, which means like a lot more characters. If you want to do that, that's fine. I just wasn't up for it. I was like, no, I like just drawing one character at a time. But like now I'm like, well, now that I have character sheets that I'm doing like a couple months in advance, I could post these and people can draw my characters, hopefully. Or just have these ready for when I actually want to draw like my characters again and again. I know how they look like. Because, you know, that's one thing I need to like work on, is to have my character sheets. What I do sometimes is like before, when I had all my sketchbooks all in my room back in my old apartment, what I'll do is like, if I didn't remember how I designed a character and they haven't been drawn in that sketchbook before, I'll be going and searching through every sketchbook and be like, oh yeah, this. The problem is, it's like, let's say I had Esperanza, right? And I was like, no, I drew her like with bangs once, right? And then I haven't drawn her for months. I tried to draw her again, and I was like, wait, I don't remember. And like the latest one is with her with bangs. I'll assume that's her character design, when it's really not. It's just I forgot that time. So I feel like this would just be easier for me as well. I will also know the color palettes that I need to work on, because these are all without like shading. This is without like color filters on top. That way I can figure out what the color code is. So when I try to work on a different program, or I do like an art trade with one of my art friends, they know what the color scheme is. Also, I will know what the color scheme is, so then I can figure out how I can work things out and how to color make it very compatible with other people. Like with Oliver, which is like who's this character's significant other is in this universe. He has more brighter colors. She has a lot more muted colors. His colors is like blue, red. You know, like that popsicle, like that. I forgot what it's called. It's like the popsicle that has like the red, white, and blue. That's him. That's him as a color design. I saw it often. Like I saw the color palette on Pinterest, and I was like, yeah, no, this is him. But he has red, which is like her main color palette. While for him, it's like a very like subtle. Like, it's like his secondary color. Well, for her, I don't have her have any blue whatsoever. I want her to go, but like I feel like that kind of just gives like that foreshadowing that he loves her. He a little too late, but like he's infatuated with her. While with her, I might include the blue in her first design, like in her 1960s original timeline. But then, like, when it comes to the rest, it could be just her subconsciously being like, no, we're not compatible. Because she is a paradox in the timeline. And, you know, that causes problems. I already stated this before earlier in the stream. But it's like, it's very sad. Also, like, but I kind of do want to give her, like, some kind of blue, because Emily, her best friend, and the same person, like, her age, right? And also, Emily's the reason all this started. But, like, Emily has that light blue aesthetic going on. And then Abara has dark blue. Rowena has black. Jacques has... I don't know what her color scheme is. I just did it. It's very much like beiges and browns. It's a muted color scheme in her civilian, and then, like, purples in her, like, hero. Hi, hello, welcome to the stream. I'm just finishing up a line art. And then if my wrist is still holding up, I'll be finishing the coloring for this character sheet. Besides that, just chill. I'm just, just talking. Yeah, but, like, I feel like I need to put some blue. Just, like, as an acknowledgement to, like, her friend. As an acknowledgement to, yeah, like, that, love interest. But I don't know where to put it yet. Because her, like, color scheme, again, I don't know if we'll get to it in color here. But, like, she wears, like, a white turtleneck. She wears, like, a red overall with the flare pants. Kind of, like, leg seam. And then, like, I don't know where to put the blue. But we'll see. I'll find something to put, like, a hint of blue in here. What did Oliver... I think he wore red, like, a red, watch. Like, the band is red. Mostly because that's also technically, like, how he... his little, like, communicator that controls his, like, time travel powers. So, that could be it. Yeah, because, like, I think Jock and Daniel also had, like, a respective of their color schemes in each other's, like, design. So, I might change it. I don't know what to. Because her headband's red. And it has to stay red. Because that's, like, a big thing of her character design. And I don't know if I just kind of want, to change. Maybe, like, her belt has, like, a hint of blue. I could do the charm on that hangs off. But I feel like that's a little on the nose. Because it is the shape of a heart. But who knows? I don't know. Because not even her hero design has, like, a blue in it. Because it's very much based on, like, fire. Maybe, no, because that goes, like, against what I have in mind for her. Decisions. Okay. Yeah, like, this little heart thing. I could, but I feel like it's just, like, too little on the nose where it's like, yeah, no, it's supposed to be connected to him. And I'm like, well, no. Mostly because they're going through something. She doesn't know that, but he does. Poor boy is, like, cursed with the knowledge of a previous lifetime. But isn't that, like, just, the curse every time travel, like, character has? So, maybe I'm just, fitting inside the trope as well. I just realized, okay. I had to double check that I was doing this on the right layer, because that's, like, my biggest fear. Is, like, working on something so long, and then you check, and then you're on the wrong layer. And you can't even do anything, because it's, like, directly on top of a sketch. You can't even, like, copy and paste it, because it's already on top of, like, something else that you've been drawing. So all you have to do is just, like, you can't even erase it. You just have to pray and hope that undo works. Because that happened one time, and then I haven't touched that piece. Because it's just like, oh, okay, I'm just not going to finish it. Like, it really took out my enjoyment out of it. And especially because the pizza's actually really good. But, I don't know. Like, it's just like seeing that, and then it's because there was like 5 characters on that piece, and I was like almost done with everyone's line art, and then I looked down because I was like, I need to erase something. And then I erased like the thing, like basically my traditional sketch underneath. And that's when I realized that I accidentally did it on the same layer. And I was like, oh yeah, I don't want to do this anymore. That was back in January, before I did my original stream. I think. Or it was even December, November. I don't even know. No, it was after December, because it was on this iPad. I got this as a Christmas gift / graduation gift, so I don't know then. Okay, I'm taking another sip of my water because I'm thirsty. Okay. Oh, lovely. I just got a notification that I got my paycheck from work. I didn't even know it was today. Well then. Lovely. I now know what I'm gonna eat tomorrow. You know what? I don't even know why I gave her Mary Jane's. I feel like at one point in her design she didn't have it, and then suddenly she did. And I feel like that's like very common with like characters. It's like you don't control them. Like they just decide. Like sometimes I do a lot of challenges, for me personally. And I know one is like when it's like Asexual Awareness Week or Asexual Awareness Month. Because I identify myself as asexual. And sometimes what I like to do is draw my asexual identifying characters within on the spectrum. I remember one time I was making a list. And then from that list I was drawing. And for some reason I missed like one of my biggest like ace identifying characters. And I drew someone else. I call them twins in my head because they have a very similar character design, but on completely different spectrums. And then that's when I realized I drew her instead, and I was like, oh, hello. And I was like, is there something you would like to tell me? And then I realized, I was like, well, it kind of makes sense, like everything she's ever done. And I was like, okay. And then that's how one of my characters just became on the asexual spectrum. I'm just like, I guess. It always happens. Every June, I at least, if I can't draw my characters, I try to make a list of my characters who are part of the queer community. And it's a lot. But like every year there's more. I don't even know how it happens. To be fair, I make a lot more characters every year, so you win some, you lose some, I guess. It just makes my life harder because I can never use the old list because things change. Or they change sexualities, and then that's a whole different thing. But as a writer, same thing happens. Sometimes I just write characters and then they do things that I didn't even think they would do. It just happens. Okay. This is like the last line art. I still don't know if I want to leave. We'll see how I feel after the end of this. Yeah, I remember I first gave her the skull mask because in her first design, I did give her like a full face paint of like the Dia de los Muertos kind of style makeup. And then I realized, if she's fighting crime, there's no way she has enough time to put all that makeup. Especially because, again, she was much younger when I did her original story and, like, before the whole, like, okay, now she's a superhero in this modern day. So I redesigned it to her wearing the skull mask, which is what you see. I feel like I talked more in depth in the Esperanza speed paint in my channel. Because I was just like, in what universe is this like 13-year-old have enough time to put on a folklorico dress, to putting on all this makeup, and then go fighting crime? The answer is she doesn't. So I gave her this skull mask instead, with that same kind of like design that I wanted. That way, all she really has to do is just put that on, and would you look at that? Suddenly, it solves all my problems. Okay. I mean, I know some people will be like, oh, but like, she has like the darkness. Like, is this just part of that? Or is that just like. And I'm like, it's just working on comic book logic. You know, like, you can tell that like Batman, like, the area around his like whole, like his eyes in live action, you know that it's with probably like paint around it. It's not just like darkness. Because you can see, at least in costume design in live action, with a lot of these characters, like, they have like the big suits and the helmets, and then like there's like a huge space around the eyes, and then you have like where the actual eyes are, but then you're like, well, there's like a good skin space, but it doesn't look like skin because they use like, I don't know if grease paint or they use face paint as like that barrier between, so it looks like the masks cover everything, but it's not. That way it's more comfortable as well on the actor while it's moving, and it's more expressive. And that's basically here the same logic. Is it just big open like cutouts, or is it just like grease paint? I don't know. Whatever fits the narrative the best. I feel like that's what a lot of my character designs are, or at least in my like experience. I'm just like, whatever helps serve the narrative the best, that is what's happening here. Okay, and then we have the little flecks of fire, because for some reason I love drawing her using her powers. She doesn't have the headband when she's in her superhero suit, so her hair is technically like, when she's not using her powers and she's in her super suit, her hair will be down without like the helmet. But I have decided, and the only reason is because I feel like every time I draw her with the suit, she always like has her hair up, because I feel like it just works. So I'm like, oh yeah, that just means whenever her suit, you know, guys, it's whenever her powers are working. No other reason. Not because I think it just looks cool. Okay. And then I remembered to myself, I had to put this lower. I realized I'd never drawn like the back design of this character with this style. Do I want to know? No. That's a problem for future me, when I have to actually design how she looks like from the back, and I'm like, yeah. This is just more of trying to figure out how she has looked through the different periods of her time. Okay. What do we do here? Do here. I mean, there's also, again, like, also, why does she have the lines that represent, like, a skeletal thing? If she's not putting makeup. I don't know. Maybe it's, like, a skin tight thing, you know, like, cosplayer she is. Maybe it's just like that, and she puts it on. Who knows? Nothing makes sense. Because if you see my other live stream, some of these character choices for their superhero suits are choices, I'll have to say. Yeah, my wrist is killing me, so I'm pretty sure that after this line art, I might just have to end stream, just so I don't injure myself further. That way, tomorrow, if it's not raining, by the time we get out of work, we can finish this up. Or I could just finish it up on my free time, and then I can post about this alongside with the other character designs and character lineups. And, you know, that superhero recap that I'm trying to do. See, again, I keep on thinking this is just too low. Like, I think it should be like here. Well, first of all, that's wrong. There we go. Or just like this. And then this goes out as skirt. I don't know. I'm trying to figure this out as I go. Okay, moving on. Because how else can you tell that her main powers are fire if she doesn't have a fire mode to use in her suit? Also, I think it would be nice if she has, like, you know, she's proud of her powers, especially when tragedy happened before in her life. That is technically canon in both universes. And we don't have to talk about it. But I'll just say it's very tragic when we actually get into her backstory, like, and I publish it, it's gonna be really tragic. Because for some reason, that's how I do every single one of my characters. Tragedy backstories, or they have fun backstories, and then I give them the tragic lives. Or both. If you're a long-time viewer, you know my character Harmony. This music rocks. Thanks! Like I said before, this is Dan and Phil Beats on Spotify. There are 2 YouTubers. They don't do art, but they play some video games and that. I mean, it's Dan and Phil. They're very popular YouTubers from back then. But their music is free to use. So, and they're very nice. It's very vibey, so I like to use it behind my streams. I just have it on repeat, like their entire portfolio, so. Okay. Let's see. Okay. The moment of truth. Okay. Everything seems to be there in the final product. That's like my biggest fear is every time like you turn off all the sketch layers and then hoping everything's there. Well, it seems like everything's here. Okay. And I now know what is missing. And I know how I said that I wouldn't be doing this because I hate when it turns it down. What I've been doing in every character sheet is a full like face profile, like front facing, and I just realized I don't have it here. And I can't do the draw like the color thing until I have everything here. But my wrist is killing me, so I guess this is where I have to leave you guys. This was so much fun. I love talking to you guys. I love what we done today. I mean, three full line arts of 3 full body people. That's a lot. Usually it takes me much longer. But yeah, I should be streaming tomorrow if the weather allows me. If not, there will be no stream, but I'll continue working on a video, and a video should be out by next week. And I should be streaming by next week again. Again, this is all very dependent on the weather. Because if it rains, I can't come back fast enough. And I don't want to stream too late at night, because then I'm just tired. And I need to be alert. But yeah, thank you so much for watching and sticking around and chatting with me. As again, on the side of the screen, I do have my Twitter and Instagram. If you want to pop in, a little follow. I am a little bit more active there. I do post a lot more art there. On Instagram, I have my commissions open. So if you, I think it has my Ko-Fi link. If you click on it, it'll take you and I'll answer the questions. Until then, goodbye, chaotic gremlins. It was nice seeing you. Bye.